I love to open my videos where I say I have a nickel. I guess I have a nickel. I guess I actually do. And I think that this is going to I can't help but talk about politics recently. Um and I'm gonna have, well, nobody watches what I do. It doesn't matter. But if anyone, I think if I had an audience, they would be split on my opinion. So I've said this before. I'm an old school hippie. I've always been a Democrat most of my life until now, until the party has gone off the ledge like a group of lemmings, just suiciding off the ledge. And I remember in like 2012ish or so listening to the Young Turks and Cenk and I mean, if anything you can say about the man, he's passionate. And then he started to kind of go off the edge. And so, I've disconnected from it. I'm not I don't listen to him a lot, but I did. There was a time where I did. I mean, he's not stupid. You can call Cenk many things, but the man's not stupid. So I'm listening. I'm listening to him and now I will say before I switch to this, you know, PBD podcast, I have a love hate relationship with. Like PBD's okay. Patrick Bet David, he's generally okay. Vinny makes me want to choke him, even though like I'm on his team. I want to slap him. They're okay. I usually can't listen to that podcast for more than about 10 minutes or so. I watch the clips, which is better for me because there's this element to them where they're just money hungry they're just so money hungry and it's just so gross. Like I want money. I have an appetite for money, but come on. Well, if you're making 1 million a year, are you really that like come on. So anyway, so recently I've been watching more right wing stuff, and Cenk, he's been on PBD a lot. So I've been listening to him, and it seems like he's kind of getting a little bit of a clue. And you know what? Unlike the left, I'm willing to allow someone to redeem themselves. You lefty crazy assholes, you don't let anyone be redeemed. You don't believe in redemption. If you if you make one error or fucking mistake in the language or the bullshit or the ideology, you're out. You're fucking out. You're a group of fucking bullies. It's really fucked up, you know? Like imagine imagine if the author of Harry Potter, and I'm pausing because I can't I'm getting so old I can't remember names. Imagine if the author of Harry Potter, and everyone knows what I'm talking about, and she won't do this because she's a smart, bright, amazing woman, said, "You know what? I am so sorry. I believe in this in children transitioning. I think men can be women. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry." What if she said that? What the fuck would happen? What would happen to her? Well, the people who were on her team would be like, what the fuck? And then those that want her to say this all this time would have ostracized and given her the middle finger. They would have said, bitch, we told you, you stupid cunt, and we still hate you. There's no redemption. So it's true whether you want to believe it or not. It's fucking true. And it's sad. This is why the left has lost their fucking minds. This is why you're losing. Like, this isn't the only reason why you're losing. This is part of the fucking reason. You people are sick. It's like, I imagine in high school the most bizarre, weirdo people I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I was a concert violinist and I was a varsity wrestler and football player. I was in a very eclectic group of people, okay? The orchestra and varsity football are a completely different group of people. I've seen it all. And I think about the most weirdo, fringe people who unfortunately were probably bullied, which I always stood up against. Fuck that. I'm not cool with that. A little bit of harassing I'm cool with because everybody needs to hear a reality check. I'm not cool with throwing somebody into a locker or pushing them against the wall and attacking them. I'll never be cool with that. I fought against it. I have stories about myself defending people that were freshmen as a junior I'm not cool with that shit. It's not, the word bully is, there seems to be no nuance with that word. Like I know it has a clear definition, but what some people consider bullying isn't bullying. Okay? Telling someone they have a dumbass haircut isn't the same thing as throwing them in a locker. I So what do I find interesting? What I would actually be interested in is a simulation. I don't agree with Cenk on many things, and I don't agree with Anna Kasparian on many things. But Anna's come, man, she's come a long way. I mean, I'm finding myself agreeing with her a lot. And I think Cenk, if you haven't seen this interaction, that Cenk's been on all kinds of right wing things. I mean, PBD podcast, he's been on a lot talking about stuff. And he even brings up that he ran for president, which I laughed at. You know, I don't want to. But if I had a supercomputer, I would be very curious to see the results. If there was some way I could, I mean, not even a supercomputer, it'd have to be, I don't know, I'd have to travel to a parallel, here goes, a parallel universe. I would be very interested to see the Cenk Anna Kasparian ticket. Or actually, I'll take that back. I would be more interested to see Anna Kasparian be president with Cenk as her vice. I would love to see that simulation. I think it would be interesting. I don't know that it would be best for everyone. I don't think. But if you asked me to do that simulation in 2012, 2015, whatever, and you asked me the simulation in 2024, 2025, the simulations would have completely different results. And I find that interesting. And I just have to say, you know, as much as Shank's pissed me off with some of the things he's done and said, especially during the first, there's things he's done. I respect what he's saying and what he's doing. I find it redeemable. You know, I don't for I'm not all of a sudden going team check team. That's not what's happening. I just am okay with him having a change of heart, for him to see some of the light, to him to be able to be smart enough to break this down. I mean, look and see if you don't see him with his dumbass cousin Hassan, that communist dipshit. You know, and he fucking says it like it is. Like dude, I don't appreciate some of the Chanks over the top fucking dramatic. Like, it's a little annoying. And even PBD in this fucking clip talks about how he has a lot of ties with Alex Jones. And he does. He's the lefty kind of version of Alex, meaning in personality, not in what he's saying. Alex does a lot of. I'll make a video about Alex Jones sometime because I love Alex, but I want to slap the shit out of him at the same time. Because I've researched some of the shit he said, by the way. If you're interested, I can tell you about gay frogs and I can tell you about spider goats. If you want to know about those two topics, drop a comment. I'll be happy to talk about it. Because it's something that just. Anyways, I wish I could run a simulation on these two. I'd be very curious. I'd love to see the Chank Anna and I'd love to see the Anna Chank. I don't want to implement it in reality, but I'm actually curious. Anyways, another political video that nobody cares about, but Niggle out.